Welcome back to Calamar Ag. My name is Matt and we are out spraying my lentils. This is the biggest paddock we have, and it's not something I do a lot of spraying. James is usually the man for the job, but I know I did a tank one of the videos back. I've done actually, this is my third tank for the last 2 days. So Jimbo is actually out spreading some sulfate of ammonia because there is a rain coming. Fingers crossed. It is the widespread rain that we are, I think most of South Australia has been hanging on for. So fingers crossed that it comes off, because it is quite a bit. Yeah, so we're back out. We're trying to do everything all at once. We've got the spreader going up north, and I'm trying to spray these lentils here with Brodel, because in about a week's time behind them I want to come back and do my second grass spray. So the reason we have RTK and auto steer and everything is this paddock, since the lentils have actually been put in, it's had a pre-emergent spray go over the top behind the seeder. It's had a first grass spray. It's going to have this Brodel. It's then going to have a second grass spray. Hopefully then that'll be it until we start hitting it with fungicides, which then will be one fungicide pass, hopefully the second. If it comes in really, really, really wet, it could even be a third. And then there'll be insecticide may go in with that, might even possibly have its own depending on the timing of everything, and then a desiccation, knock it all down, ready to harvest. So there's a few passes over the paddock, so RTK, auto steer, back on the same wheel marks every time. We put permanent wheel marks in, it's what we want. So yeah, other than that, the wind has died down a bit. I've actually got a weather station on top of the tractor which is telling me the wind speed, the temperature and the direction the droplets are flying and at what speed, which is very handy for keeping a track of what's going on alongside sensitive crops, and making our record keeping easier. But at the moment, the only downside with it is the humidity sensor dies after 9 months. I think they were originally designed for boats, and they can't handle the dust and extreme dries, especially during summer. They just seem to pack up every 9 months. Yeah, so we went through a great heap of weather stations when they were under warranty because they couldn't replace the little chip which goes in the bottom, which is ridiculous. But it gives us some pretty good data anyway. We are out, spraying. Like I said, they're all looking pretty good. The ag leader's doing its thing. I'm sitting back. I don't even have to use the steering wheel. It's actually up and away out of where I need it. And yeah, got my auto height running for my boom. This is the older 1200. But it is, controlling the Hardy beautifully and the Norak auto height. So I've just started this this tank. So yeah, got another 90 hectares to go on this one. But here, if I keep yabbering long enough, probably see that it'll turn the corner for us. Go. It's telling me I'm crossing over. It's drawn the curve, and around we go. It is very, very, very handy, very smooth. Like the boom is basically just pivoting on the end there. Now we're going back down the paddock again. So I'll show you here. I know I said I was going to show you the other 340 with the Go 16 after I got it all set up, but Dad stole it. He went rolling. I haven't actually been back in that tractor, apart from shifting it around the yard, since I installed all the steering. He went rolling, and then we set up to go spreading. So Jimbo's we did some the other day. We've had about 4 mil last few days, so we did a bit earlier on, and now he's gone up north and he's getting that all done. But this is the turn path, which is the enduro turning. Say what my headland size is, turn radius, and it'll actually draw the thing for me, so I can see what it's going to do. I can actually type in numbers. I can say my boundary distance. So if I want to get closer, my finger's too fat. Let's try holding the thumb. Whoop. If I want to go further, I want to come in further. The blue line there's the headland. So I'll leave that where that was. And if I want to change the shape of it at all, so I'm like, nah, I need it to go round a bit more, but I don't. It's working really well. It's really handy how it draws it for you. Really handy how it draws it for you while you're making adjustments, so you can get a good idea on what it's going to do before you get there. So it's one of the best enduro turnings that we've used. So for simplicity and smoothness. So yeah, that's me at the moment. Trying to get, I forgot this one, I have about 15 hectares left to go. So a quick little mix up. Then I should have this one done, and we sit around and we wait for the rain, realistically. Get back in the office and get caught up there, sit by the fire, drink coffee, and listen to the rain on the roof. That is the plan. Like I said, I just hope the Bureau of Meteorology are correct with their forecast, because if they get this one wrong, I'm pretty sure they've shot all their credibility. Now, I don't believe their forecast anyway, unless it's landing on my head. But with how much they've talked this one up, I think we're in a 5 to 30 mil rainfall area. No, 15 to 30 mil rainfall area. Yeah, but we're meant to get a bit. We'll see what happens. So anyway, that's where we are on the farm at the moment. Things are growing away rapidly. Like I said, Jimbo will be finishing the first nitrogen pass over everything. We also did a second nitrogen pass on some of our wetter ground. We actually had some urea that was left over in a silo from last year that we were a bit worried we weren't going to get out, but it flowed out of the bin nicely, which was good, and it went out through the spreader even better. So we got that done, ready for this rain, and yeah, like I said, everything's growing. It just needs more water. We'll see what happens. But anyway, that's all I've got for you now. If anything interesting happens, I'll bring you back in and we'll talk about that. Oh, morning. Welcome back. It is now Monday, the 28th of July. We had a lot of rain last Friday, Saturday, and a bit of a sprinkle on Sunday. We had 28 mils of rain here at home, which was fantastic. Most of it was Friday, and it just rained all day. So it wasn't really heavy enough to sort of washing on top. It actually was a nice gentle soaking. And from what I understand, I think a fair majority of South Australia had a good soaking, which we needed. So that is a blessing. So we had some of our wetter ground, we were 50 mil. Some of our dry ground, we still managed 20, which was good. It was good. So, but I also did hear there's some very, very lucky people who last week, for the whole week, totaled about 100 mil. They managed to pick some up earlier in the week that we had 2 mil, or 4 mil, I think we had. They had 40. So, you just had to be a bit lucky with it. But anyway, we are happy. We've got a bit of work to do. We've got to clean up the spreader, which is in the shed, and the truck, get everything ready. Dad wants to go rolling, and we have our old galloping goat here, as it's affectionately known, the old 8650, and it's had a bit of love. I'd love to have shown you how to do it, but we installed the Aglita steady stick for electric. Oh, if I could squeeze in here, which is their electric steering motor. It clips onto the steering wheel. There's a little gear, and we got one of our in command 1200s. We got the steady steer, but I can't because Dad did all this while we were spreading and spraying and everything. So he was we had the kit. He wanted to put it in because he could have used this to go rolling if it was done the other day while James was spreading and I was spraying. But yeah, so he might go do some this morning. Or not this morning, it needs to dry out a little bit more, but some today at some point while we're cleaning up the other stuff. All I need to do is just tidy some of these wires back for him. And yeah, but he said he's had it out and he's been running around and it actually has been working really well. So I'd be very interested to see how it does go in this old girl, because the steering pins are very worn. I think this has done about 23,000 hours. It's had 2 rebuilds in its life. So it definitely sweats horsepower out in many places. But it does a few odd jobs that we need it to do, and yeah, we'll never sell it. Keep it until it dies. But the amount of hours I spent in this thing as a kid probably explains why I have trouble hearing my kids at times. So they weren't exactly known to be quiet. But anyway, I'm going to cable tie this all back. So it's ready for him to use. I think James, when he gets here, is going to just, I think he said he might even give it an oil change. But I'll get this all tidied back. And then I got to go back in the office for a little bit as well. Yeah. So that's where we're at. We're very blessed with the rain. There could be more coming this week. It's sort of going to be showery all week. Yeah. Hopefully it continues to grow and we'll see what happens. So stay tuned and I'll keep you informed. Alright, welcome back. I have been extremely slack at filming stuff because I have just been here, there and everywhere doing stuff. This is now the end of the week, well, Thursday. I was going to go out. Dad's has been out rolling with the old Johnny, with the goat, and I was going to go out there and actually do some this afternoon, but I got out there and she wouldn't start. So, and I didn't have the jumper leads in the ute that I thought were in the ute. So by the time I got home and I would have got back again, it would have been about now. So just because I've got a few jobs on the go. So I didn't get there because I don't know if you would have been able to hear me anyway, because that thing, like I said, is that loud. Yeah. But this video has just been a bit of an update video, I guess, of where we're at the farm, way things are growing. Jimbo's been out spraying again the last couple of days. Yeah, what have I been doing? I don't know. Oh, I've got the other 340 is all cleaned up, actually ready to go back on the rollers. So tomorrow morning, and that's why I was going to do the Johnny tonight, because by the time I cleaned the tractor and a few other jobs, and I was like, I wouldn't get around there in time, swap them over and nothing would have happened. So I'll just go around there and roll for a couple of hours. Couldn't do it. So tomorrow we'll take that tractor around probably in the morning, jump the Johnny with it, and then bring the Johnny home. That's my plan. So, but other than that, spraying's on the go. Dad's actually been out all day flying a DJI drone, which is a multispectral one. He's flying it in lentils out at one of our other farms, and if you could see, this is ryegrass in the lentils, and that is Max. But these ones obviously didn't get hit from the first grass spray. They obviously got through. This paddock's not that bad, but one of the other farms is quite bad, so he's been flying that so we can map that whole farm, and then we'll be able to, when we go to our second grass spray, as soon as it dries up out there, we'll be able to up the rate in those spots and really target the ryegrass that got through, or any of the bigger patches, because the higher rates will knock the lentils around, and that's why we're not going to do it over the whole paddock. We only need to target the bad spots. So yeah, he's been doing that all day. I set him up this morning with that. Again, very slack, didn't film any of that, just got him going, and then I had to go get chemical, and then I came home, and then, yeah, got the, oh look, treasures. It's amazing what you find in your paddocks these days. That is a very old ploughshare of some description. So, one of my neighbours is out shooting somewhere. I can hear it. But anyway, that's what I've been up to. Just wandering around my lentils, having a bit of a look, finding scrap steel, but they're all looking pretty good. The rain we had, we didn't actually get any more sort of later in the week. It sort of all stayed to the north of us and just didn't eventuate. But we're all happy anyway, because yeah, everything's still really wet. So we've had some good growing days. You can hear the crops growing, as they say. And yeah, so things are looking pretty positive at the moment. Very positive, which is a good change from where we were at seeding time with how dry it was. So that's why it's important to keep your head up. But I'm going to leave this video here. Yeah, like I said, it's been a bit of an update. Tell you where we are at on the farm. We do have a few more jobs on the go. Like I said, we've still got some spraying to do, and we've still got a bit of rolling to do, and yeah, we might even get rid of a few lentils that are still in the shed. See about selling some of them, loading them up in the truck and moving them on. So there's definitely jobs still happening. I just got to remember to pick up the camera and film it. So anyway, I'll leave this one here. Thanks for following along. It's a beautiful night, but it is rather cold now, so I'm going to go inside by the fire and warm up. So we'll catch you in the next one.